Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Before going to three-dimensional geometry, I am going to explain some basic concepts of vectors. Very important. Without knowing them, very difficult to understand some 3D concepts. We know that I am taking one line segment. Here A, B line segment means mind it. Here AB it is a line segment. Line segment means here distance AB it is a scalar quantity. Clearly distance AB means distance. Clearly it is a scalar quantity. Here I am giving arrow mark like this. Arrow mark means it means directed from point A to point B. This here we say that this is vector AB. We know that vector AB denoted by vector AB. Clearly here vector AB it is a vector quantity. Vector quantity. And magnitude of this vector like this. Magnitude of vector AB is it as magnitude of vector AB denotes like this magnitude of vector AB. Clearly it means it is a length here. Magnitude of vector AB means it is length. Clearly what type of quantity it is means it is a scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. Generally vectors are denoted by like this small letters here vector A, vector B, vector C, etc. Suppose here vector AB equal if you take vector A means here vector AB equal to vector A. Clearly it is a vector quantity. Mind it. Vector means it has both magnitude and direction. Here magnitude AB it has direction here from A to B. Therefore it is a vector quantity. Scalar quantity means it has only magnitude. Or magnitude of this vector AB. So magnitude of vector AB or magnitude of vector A. So this is a scalar quantity. This is a scalar quantity. So next one. Scalar or dot product of two vectors. Vector A, vector B here. Vector A, vector B I am taking. Theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Here the dot product of vector A and vector B denoted by vector A dot vector B. And it is defined as vector A dot vector B which is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into cos theta. Vector A dot vector B equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into cos theta. Here theta is the angle. Theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. And theta value is greater than or equal to 0, less than or equal to pi. Less than or equal to pi. This is the definition of scalar product or dot product of two vectors. And here theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Then what about cos theta? From definition here back, cos theta equal to what? Vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. Mind it. So very important formula. The dot product of two non-zero vectors, vector A and vector B, denoted and defined as vector A dot vector B which is equal to magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into cos theta. Where theta is the angle between vector A and vector B, theta value varies from 0 to pi. And then cos theta formula, vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B. So next, cross product of two vectors. Vector or cross product of two vectors. Taking this is vector A, vector B. Theta is the angle between A and B. Next, n cap here. N cap is a unit vector. Mind it. I am taking this is vector A like this, vector A. Consider this is vector A, vector B. Next one, vector B. Vector B. Theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Here n cap, it is a unit vector which is perpendicular to vector A and vector B. This is vector A, this is vector B. Theta is the angle between A and B. Here n cap means it is perpendicular to this is vector A, this is vector B. Mind it. So clearly here vector A, vector B, n cap form a right-handed system. Right-handed system here. Means right-hand thumb means a thumb indicates here n cap. And here direction it indicates here. 10 fingers indicates here direction from A to B here. Mind it. You will see details of this in vectors chapter. Now in timing I am going to explain the cross product of vector A and vector B. Vector A and vector B denoted by like this. Vector A cross vector B defined as vector A cross vector B, which is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B into sin theta into n cap. Vector A cross vector B, which is equal to magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B sin theta into n cap, where theta is the angle between vector A and vector B, and here n cap, it is a unit vector. It is a unit vector perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. N cap, it is a unit vector. It is a perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. Therefore, here we say that vector A, vector B, vector here n cap here form a right-handed system. Form a right-handed system here. Mind it. N cap, it is a unit vector, means it is a unit vector. Magnitude of unit vector which is equal to 1. Magnitude of unit vector which is equal to 1. Here theta is the angle between vector A and vector B. Then sin theta which is equal to, I am taking magnitude of vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A into magnitude of vector B. Very important. Here magnitude of this n cap equal to 1. Then sin theta equal to magnitude of vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector into magnitude of vector B. Time being, you understand this. Practice formula, time being, practice formula, all formula. And next here, from the figure, n cap, it is a unit vector which is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. N cap is a unit vector which is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B is given by n cap, which is equal to vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A cross vector B. So here actually a cross product means vector A cross vector B, it is a vector. A cross B, it is a vector which is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. N cap, it is a unit vector in the direction of A cross B which is perpendicular to both vector A and vector B. This means a cross product of A and B means here this cross product which is perpendicular to vector A and vector B. Here n cap, it is a unit vector perpendicular to A and B is given by n cap, which is equal to vector A cross vector B divided by magnitude of vector A cross vector B. So very important formula. I will give this formula. Practice all formula time being. So next, after complete of vector chapter, you practice once, you can understand all concept. Otherwise, very difficult. Some vector I am taking. This is vector I am taking. Unit vector of vector A here. Unit vector in the direction of vector A denoted by A cap. Unit vector here. Unit vector A cap. A cap, this is equal to here vector A divided by this magnitude of this vector, total this length here, magnitude of vector. One formula note down. Here vector A, this is vector A, magnitude of vector A, this is magnitude of vector A. Here unit vector of vector A denote A cap here. A cap, this is equal to vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. This means unit vector in the direction of vector A is given by vector A divided by magnitude of vector A. It denote A cap. So next, scalar triple product of three vectors. Scalar triple product of three vectors. A, B, C are three vectors. The scalar triple product of three vectors, vector A, vector B, vector C, denoted by vector A dot of vector B cross vector C in order. Vector A dot of vector B cross vector C are box within square bracket, vector A, vector B, vector C. The scalar triple product of three non-zero vectors, vector A, vector B, vector C, denoted by vector A dot of vector B cross vector C. Here A, B, C in order, or box product here A, B, C in order. Suppose let vector A equal to A1 I cap plus B1 J cap plus C1 K cap, and vector B equal to A2 I cap plus B2 J cap plus C2 K cap, and vector C equal to A3 I cap plus B3 J cap plus C3 K cap. The scalar triple product of these three vectors, vector A dot of vector B cross vector C, are box product vector A, vector B, vector C. Determined form. In the first row, your first vector components. First vector components means I coefficient, J coefficient, K coefficient in order. A1, B1, C1 are the first row elements. Next, in the second row, vector B components means I coefficient, J coefficient, K coefficient, A2, B2, C2. In the third row, vector C components means I coefficient, J coefficient, K coefficient, A3, B3, C3. Scalar triple product of three vectors, I am repeating, A, B and C denoted by, in order, A dot of vector B cross vector C are box product vector A, vector B, vector C. Let us take vector A, vector B, vector C. Then scalar triple product of three vectors denotes like this, box product A, B, C. Determinant form here. By determinant concept, we are going to find a scalar triple product value. In the first row here, first vector, vector A components A1, B1, C1. In the second row, here vector B components A2, B2, C2. In the third row, vector C components A3, B3, C3. Got it. Now go to three-dimensional. I am going to prove here one derivation. Shortest distance between two skew lines. Skew lines means, see, two lines I am taking. This is one line L1, another line L2 this is. Skew lines means two lines not parallel, two lines not intersecting in space. Such type of lines are called skew lines. Sir, these lines may intersect. How can we say that these lines are not intersect? Okay, from the figure we can observe that two lines are not parallel. Okay, one condition. Suppose if the line extends means it may intersect. See, in space I am taking, not in plane here. One line if you take like this means another plane, mind it here, another plane like this. Never intersect. This line like this line like this. never intersect. Two lines are not parallel. Are you following? These two lines are not parallel, never intersect in space, three-dimensional space. Are you following? This type of lines are called skew lines. I am going to derive shortest distance between skew lines. Important derivation. Shortest distance between two skew lines. So important one this is. Important for finance. Consider two skew lines here. One line L1, another line L2. Second line L2 line. Let us this line passing through some point here. Yes. Whose position vector take vector A1. Position vector means it different from origin to your point is that vector. Take one point T on second line L2, whose position vector 2. Direct line taking. Suppose your origin means this is origin. This is position vector of point S. This is vector OS here denote vector A1. Similarly, vector OT denoting vector A2 like that. So I am going to find shortest distance between. Mind it, skew line means which are neither parallel nor intersecting. We know that. First line, this is line L1, second line L2 like this. Are you following? Neither intersect nor parallel. They are called skew lines here. I am going to find shortest distance between two lines here. What is the shortest distance? Means from here to here, this is the shortest distance. Are you following? From here to here, this is the shortest distance between two lines. Correct. I am taking here one perpendicular line. See, one perpendicular line. Draw perpendicular line between two lines here, which is perpendicular to both the lines. I am going to draw right here. Perpendicular. PQ, this line is perpendicular to both L1 and L2. Like, are you following this? Skew lines like this. I am drawing your line here. Perpendicular line. Like this. Perpendicular line. This is the. Your finger indicates perpendicular line. Got it. This is vector PQ. Let us take distance here D I am taking. I am going to find distance here PQ. This is vector PQ. It is not a scalar here. PQ means here PQ equal to D denoting. Here join ST. Join ST. Mind it, we know that equation of the line passing through the point, some point, and parallel to vector. In vector notation, vector form, vector R equal to vector A plus lambda vector B. Mind it, this is the equation of the line passing through the point, some point whose position vector A and parallel to vector B. Here, this line passing through the point S point whose position vector here, vector A1 here, vector A1, and parallel to vector here. Parallel to here, vector, some vector here. No need to draw. For understanding, I am drawing here. Parallel to line L1, you draw one. Vector B1 I am taking here. This line passing through the point here A1 means whose position vector is A1 and parallel to vector B1. Lambda into vector B1. and this line here passing through the point here, passing through the point T, whose position vector A2. Vector R equal to vector A2 plus here scalar, here lambda means mu I am taking. Here draw a line parallel to this second line, parallel to this line, vector B2. This line passing through the point here T, whose position is vector A2 and parallel to vector B2. Okay. Taking two skew lines whose equations I am taking like this form. Vector R equal to vector A1 plus lambda vector B1. Here vector R equal to vector A2 plus mu vector B2. Correct. Here lambda and mu are scalars. This line passing through the point here whose position vector A1 parallel to vector B1. This line passing through some point whose position vector A2 and parallel to vector B2. Prove. Let L1 and L2 be two skew lines. With equations vector R equal to vector A1 plus lambda vector B1 and vector R equal to vector A2 plus mu vector B2. Here let take S be a point on the line L1. Let S be a point on L1, on line L1, whose position vector is vector A1 and T be a point on L2. Whose position vector is vector A. That is vector OS, not S. Vector OS. Position vector of the point S is vector OS, denoting vector A1, and position vector of the point T denoting vector OT, which is equal to vector A2. Correct. Clearly, here PQ length, it is the shortest distance between two lines here, L1 and L2. Let take PQ be the shortest distance between the lines L1 and L2 such that take PQ distance equal to D, distance here, PQ denoting D, distance. Correct. So here if you take unit vector means here, if you take one unit vector like this is a unit vector n cap. Here n cap perpendicular to vector B1 and vector B2. N cap in the direction of PQ. Means clearly which is perpendicular to vector B1 and vector B2. Time being, here we have to understand. Details of this, it is there in vectors. Here n cap, it is a unit vector. In the direction of PQ means here, these two parallel in the direction of PQ. The direction of PQ, which is perpendicular to vector B1 and vector B2. The unit vector n cap in the direction of vector PQ I am taking, vector PQ, which is perpendicular to both vector B1 and vector B2. Vector B1 and vector B2 is given by n cap, which is equal to formula, just to take formula, vector B1 cross vector B2 divided by magnitude of this numerator, vector B1 cross vector B2. Mind it. Formula just n cap, it is a unit vector perpendicular to vector B1 and vector B2 is given by n cap equal to vector B1 cross vector B2 divided by magnitude of vector B1 plus vector B2. Then so here vector PQ See, formula unit vector here. Here n cap in the direction of vector PQ is given by formula. Here unit vector n cap in the direction of vector PQ means formula n cap equal to vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. Mind it. Formula unit vector formula. You have seen one formula. A cap equal to vector A by magnitude of vector A. Here n cap in the direction of vector PQ means here n cap equal to vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. Correct. Then here vector PQ equal to n cap into magnitude of vector PQ. This vector PQ equal to n cap into magnitude of vector PQ. Here this length I am denoting here D. This is D here. Length here D. N cap equal to this is D into vector PQ like this. Don't get confusion. Vector PQ this is equal to D into n cap. Mind it. How means this is like this. N cap equal to vector PQ by magnitude of vector PQ. Then vector PQ equal to n cap into magnitude of vector PQ. Here magnitude of vector PQ, this distance here denoting this distance here D here. This length here denoting D. Therefore like this. Vector PQ equal to I am taking D n cap. Then where what about means magnitude of vector PQ, this is equal to dn. Distance scalar or PQ this is. PQ equal to D or magnitude of PQ equal to D. Got it. So now I am taking one formula. Here PQ is nothing but a see. Here PQ is nothing but a projection of your vector ST along vector PQ. This projection on here distance means this projection totally. This projection of vector ST and vector PQ. This PQ distance is nothing but a projection shadow. This shadow of ST along PQ. We have one formula. I give that formula. Projection of vector A and vector B is given by formula A dot B by magnitude of vector B, magnitude of second vector. Projection of first vector and second vector is given by dot product of two vectors A and B, that is A dot B divided by magnitude of second vector here. Second vector is vector B, magnitude of vector B. Here I am taking this PQ, this is equal to PQ equal to projection of this vector ST along vector PQ. Projection of vector ST along vector PQ. Vector PQ. Formula a dot product of two vectors here. Vector ST dot vector PQ divided by magnitude of second vector here. Magnitude of second vector. Are following? Vector ST dot vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. There is no space. I am repeating this. I am going next after that. I am going to continue this derivation. Mind it. Consider two lines L1 and L2 lines. Clearly these two lines are skew lines in space because these lines never intersect and never parallel. Mind it. Take S is a point on L1. Take whose position vector is vector A1. T is a point on second line whose position vector is vector A2. Join ST. Let take PQ. It is perpendicular to both lines L1 and L2. L1 and L2 it is perpendicular to. Let take PQ distance D. We have to find shortest distance between two lines L1 and L2. Next, draw a line on line here. No need, it is understood. If you want to understand means you draw a line here. Draw a line here parallel to line L1, marked as vector B1. Here draw a line parallel to line L2, marked as vector B2. Equation of the line here L1 passing through S whose position vector A1 parallel to vector B1 is given by vector R equal to vector A1 plus lambda vector B1. Next, equation of the line passing through the point 2 whose position vector A2 parallel to vector B2 is given by here vector R equal to vector A2 plus mu vector B2. Here lambda and mu are scalars quantity here. Take here vector OS equal to vector A1, position vector of S, position vector of T, vector OT equal to vector A2. Here D equal to PQ. It is the shortest distance between the two lines L1 and L2. Next formula here, the unit vector n cap in the direction of vector PQ, which is perpendicular to both vector B1 and vector B2, is given by n cap is equal to vector B1 cross vector B2 divided by magnitude of this, magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. So then vector PQ equal to dnq. Mind it, here note down this formula. N cap in the direction of vector PQ means n cap formula. Here vector PQ divided by here. This is vector PQ. Vector PQ divided by its magnitude of vector PQ. Then vector PQ equal to n cap into magnitude of vector PQ. Here distance here, this magnitude of vector PQ denoting d here. N cap into d. Then magnitude, then vector PQ equal to d n cap. Right. Vector P equal to d n cap. Where what about means magnitude of vector PQ? This is scalar. Distance. Distance what means here? D. This is d equal to PQ or denoting. Formula PQ equal to projection of here vector ST along vector PQ is given by formula here. Mind it, formula projection of A on B, vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector, magnitude of here vector B. Similarly, here projection is nothing but a vector ST dot vector PQ divided by magnitude of vector PQ. Mind it. So I am going to continue this. Here vector ST in terms of position vector, initial point S, terminal point T means this can be written as vector OT minus vector OS, vector OT minus vector OS dot vector PQ equal to dn cap divided by magnitude of vector PQ equal to d. A scalar d gets cancelled, directly can cancel. Vector OT value directly I am substituting. Vector OT value here vector A2 minus vector OS value vector A1 dot n cap. Vector A2 minus vector A1 dot n cap for here n cap formula right. Vector B1 cross vector B2 divided by magnitude of vector B1 plus vector B2. Or this can be written as vector A2 minus vector A1 dot vector B1 cross vector B2 all divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. This is the PQ here. Here dot product is commutative here. Commutative means vector A dot vector B can be written as vector B dot vector A. Commutative property. Therefore, a first vector dot second vector can be written as here vector B1 cross vector B2 dot vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. Here PQ means it is distance here. PQ equal to d distance. Therefore, I am taking a modulus here. Modulus PQ equal to d. So this is the distance between two skew lines. Mind it. Here formula here vector ST you write vector OT minus vector OS dot here vector PQ value substitute d n cap and here magnitude of vector PQ. This is d. dd cancels. Vector OT value vector A2 minus vector OS value vector A1 dot here n cap. Substitute n cap formula. N cap formula vector B1 cross vector B2 divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. Total this is. So dot product is commutative. A2 minus A1 dot B1 cross B2 divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2 Dot product is commutative means we can write B1 cross B2 dot here A2 minus A1 divided by your magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. Distance means it is always positive, therefore take modulus. Formula D equal to vector B1 cross vector B2 dot vector A2 minus vector A1 divided by magnitude of vector B1 cross vector B2. This is the shortest distance between two lines. Mind it. So very important, very easy one. Here we have to, before going to this derivation, we have to understand the vector concepts. Otherwise, very difficult to understand this. Next, in Cartesian form, next continuation. Cartesian form, directly I am taking the shortest distance D between the lines L1 and L2 is given by, between the lines here, between the lines, first line I am taking L1 in Cartesian form x minus x1 by A1 which is equal to y minus 1 by B1 which is equal to z minus z1 by C1, and first line, second line L2 x minus x2 by A2 y minus y2 by B2 z minus z2 by C2 is given by D equal to modulus of here numerator determinant here, determinant. First line here passing through the point here x1 comma y1 comma z1 whose direction ratios a1 b1 c1. Second line here, this line passing through the point x2 comma y2 comma z2 whose direction ratios a2 b2 c2. The formula here we have formula x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1. First row elements here, second row elements, first line direction ratios a1 b1 c1. In third row, second line direction ratios a2 b2 c2. All divided by root of here whole square plus whole square plus whole square. Whole square is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole square, b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole square plus next here I am taking a1 c2 minus a2 c1 whole square, a1 c2 minus a2 c1 whole square. Next plus a1 b2 here, a1 b2 minus a2 b1 whole square. So in the last class we have seen how to take AB, just interchange subscripts 1 2 here 2 1. Take next AC, change here subscripts here 1 2 here 2 1. Next take BC, change here subscripts here 1 2 here 2 1. That's it here. Means here x minus x1 by a1 equal to y minus 1 by b1 which is equal to z minus z1 by c1. This is called Cartesian equation of the first line. And x minus x2 by a2 equal to y minus y2 by b2 is equal to z minus z2 by c2. This is Cartesian equation of the second line. Here a1 b1 c1 are the direction ratios of the first line, a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of the second line. Substitute these values in vector notation. We have proved a vector notation distance between, we get this formula, or directly we write it D equal to modulus of a determinant here, determinant of this x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, In the second row take a1 b1 c1. In third row take a2 b2 c2. All divided by square root of this is here AB, here 1 2 means take 2 1. Here AC, here 1 2 means take 2 1. BC, 1 2 means 2 1. This is shortest distance between two lines in Cartesian form.